tends to go high. I'll shoot for that chicken up there.
Yeah, you're going high.
Above it? Yeah. I'm going to shoot the plate over there. I'm going to shoot too much. Nice. Oh. Oh, we're out of ammo. No, we're not. There's a pot right there. Well, where we hit? Okay, pretty good. Oh no, I'm out of ammo. 357 SIG. We're running a Glock 32 Gen 4 through its paces here. Okay, we're going to talk about it, shoot it, and you know, whatever else comes to mind. So let's take a look at it. It is, of course, empty now with no magazine. Glock 32 Gen 4, and most of you know what a Gen 4 has on it now. Glock's a Glock. Not a lot different, is it? You got your different texture there and your replaceable backstrap. I have replaced the backstrap on that. I added the medium, believe it or not, even though I have very large hands, I put the medium backstrap on it. It just feels the best to me. This is an interesting cartridge. Glock 32, or Glock 357. Well, it's a Glock 32, and in the cartridge is the 357 SIG. This is not one you're going to see a lot of people carrying, is it? It's potentially, theoretically, and even from a practical sense, it's very reliable because you've got the same chamber basically starting out there, and instead of hitting that chamber as you're feeding that round into the chamber, instead of feeding a big 40, popping in there, which is not a problem, you know, 40 does fine, you're actually feeding a more pointed bullet. See, because it's neck down the way it is, so it's like sticking a 9mm in there to begin with. So it's a really good feeding cartridge. It just sucks it right up, you know. So, you know, even if it was a little dirty or whatever might happen, you should have extreme reliability with this cartridge, which you generally have with a Glock anyway, or a SIG, or you know, most of our new Wonder polymer, you know, pistols. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out. Look at that. It says 40 on the magazine. But you can load the 357 SIG in the 40 magazine, so doesn't matter. Now some of these that came with the gun, of course, this particular gun, they're in here somewhere. Here they are. Those are the 357 SIG mags. Doesn't matter. I don't really even have to keep them straight. Why am I shooting a 357 SIG? It's not as popular as 9 or 40 or 45 or maybe even 10. I don't know where it would fall in terms of the 10mm. Probably not as popular. I don't know. In terms of sales, you know, Glock could tell you it's probably on the internet somewhere. Everything's on the internet somewhere. 357 SIG. If you're just getting into shooting, I would not buy a 357 SIG. It's a hot little round. It's got a little punch to it. It's got some blast. It even has a little snappy recoil. Okay, and it's expensive. You know, so it might not be the best one to start out with. But if you shot a fair amount, and you shoot a lot of 40, you shoot a lot of everything, and you can afford the cartridge, it's reported to be a really effective cartridge. Huh. That spring really tames it. I'll shoot this little soft drink sitting there if I can. Oh, knocked the heck out of that, didn't it? Yeah, cool. Let's see what it does to a tree limb here. Let's get that top one on the left. Whoa. A little different than what the 9 does, huh? A little bit of authority there, I'll have to say. So while it is a little snappy, there's nothing you can't handle. You would not want to shoot it without earmuffs either. It's pretty loud because of the velocity. It cranks on out there. Interesting gun. Like I said, it's a little snappy, and you might want to consider a different caliber if you're just getting into shooting. But this cartridge, it's in a strange place in a lot of ways. A lot of us have been shooting for a long time. I think we have a lot of respect for it, but not a lot of us carry it or shoot it a great deal. It's a necked cartridge. I've never liked to load, reload, hand load necked cartridges. It's a little trickier, and so I just stay away from that. It's a smaller, really fast round. I think it was designed to be at about 1,450 feet per second, to duplicate that wonderful 357 Magnum defensive round, 125 grain bullet going 1,450 feet per second. That's supposed to be one of the very most effective defensive rounds. Historically, it has proved itself. It really has. And that's pretty much what they're going for with this. And I think they pretty much duplicated that in some ammunition. Now, I think some ammo, a lot of it runs around 1350 and in that vicinity. So you check your velocities and check with 10 Outdoors 9. He's done a lot of testing with some of this 357 SIG ammo, and probably will do more. But it's fast and it's hot and it's a good round.